How are y'all dickheads doing? It is I, once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. We're going to be doing another premiere draft in aetherdrift. This set just dropped on Magic the Gathering Arena like 3 days ago. But before we get into it, new to the channel, you like what you see, please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, laugh at me. Join us at twitch.tv/dickrecord. And if you can, please subscribe to my other YouTube channel, which may or may not be youtube.com/recordplayer1 or youtube.com/dickrecord. But with that out of the way, wowza, that was fast. All right, pack one, pick one. Ow, what is that sound? What are we getting? There's a Boom Scholar, a Dune Drifter, a Transit Mage. I like all those cards. What's Sita Varma do? Exhaust. Okay, so this is for the exhaust deck. X1/1 counters on it. Then you may have the base power and toughness of each creature you control become equal to Sita Varma's power until end of turn. That sounds great. 2/3 for 2 is also pretty good. Otherwise, I'd consider the Boom Scholar. The red-green deck is another exhaust deck, like the Nimble Thopterus, like the Transit Mage, like the Dune Drifter. He's still going to take the Sita Varma here. It's a new format, right? There's going to be a lot of really cool rares. Let's see, green blue is an exhaust deck. You want to have the exhaust payoffs. You want to have a bunch of creatures that have exhaust, and you possibly want some ramp, actually, because yeah, there's these exhaust costs end up being like really, really high. Like, look at this. This is an X costed exhaust, right? The this Boom Scholar also has an X costed exhaust. I would love to take this as well. To counter, yeah, they're all like really good though, and they feel like the kind of thing that you'd want to see have a game go long. That said, can we splash for black for the Mimeoplasm? What do you do? I think this is a commander card, and sometimes when they make a card for commander, it ends up being just a little bit too pushed for the formats that it's in. We're already possibly in green-blue. Exile up to X creature cards from your graveyard. It enters with 3/1/1 counters on it for each creature card exiled this way. So 4 mana 3/3 or 5 mana 6/6, but you have to have been filling your graveyard. This feels like it's more for the black-green deck than the blue-green deck. We're still just kind of taking the best card in every pack. It becomes a copy of target creature card, exiled it, except it's a 1/1. This could be actually really interesting also with a bunch of exhausted or creatures with exhaust, because you get a new exhaust ability every time you change what it is. So I think we can take this here, and we're going to want to prioritize fixing like Thornwood Falls. Fang Druid Summoner's kind of neat. I like the Ghast Thrill Seeker as well. By itself, it gets you to speed 2. Runover is also a really good card, and in fact, probably the pick here. 2 mana instant speed. It's a bite spell at instant speed, right? If it targets a mount or vehicle as it's a creature, it costs 1 mana, right? And so sometimes 1 mana destroy target whatever is just the thing, right? Fang Druid Summoner is also kind of neat. If you can get you can take creatures out of your graveyard too. You don't have to just search through your deck for them. So if they kill your giant green Tyrannosaurus legendary textless creature, you could use this to get it back later on. But I'm going to take the run over here, and I don't think it's close. There's a Haunted Hellride. It's a Wild Roads. There's a Hull Drifter, and there's a K-Lorna. So K-Lorna, 0/8, very good in a control deck. You're not getting through this thing with your biggest creature, essentially. There's also the Haunted Hellride. I don't think we're splashing that much. It might be just a scrap compactor. I also like the Lightning Strike. There's a Hull Drifter here, which can draw you 2 cards. I don't know if that's like really great. 2 cards on a flying vehicle. The Deathless Pilot's probably one of the better cards here. I think the Haunted Hellride is also pretty good. Whenever you attack target creature control gets +1/+0, gains Death Touch, untap it. I think we could take that, because we're not necessarily in blue-green. Could be in black-green, right? He says that, and then there's a Stampeding Scurryfoot. There's also a Bauble. There's also a Velo Heartbike. This is hard. There's also a Dismal Backwater. So if we want to keep to our plan, right, of playing Mimeoplasm really, really late, I think we want to We do want to get the fixing, like the Dismal Backwaters, that sort of thing. But if we want to stick to our plan of playing exhaust creatures, we're going to want Stampeding Scurryfoots because it's a nice 1-drop. It's a nice 5-drop, right? Because sometimes you just play it and then exhaust it immediately to get the token and make this slightly bigger, you know? That said, there's a Velo Heart Bike here. I guess that's ramp. I'm going to take the ramp. I like the last moment. Give me that ramp, baby. Let's see. I don't mind Glitch Ghost Surveyor, but I don't think it's the best flyer. The problem with it is that it's a Wind Drake. It does start your engines. It wants to exile itself, so that's a little bit less good with Mimeoplasm. There's a Night Market, which we could use for the fixing. And there's an Engine Rat, which if we're in black, right? I think we take the Night Market here because we do want to fix for the Mimeoplasm. So get in. Let's see. Skystreak Engineer is great. There's also, again, another Stampeding Scurryfoot. I don't know which I like better. I think I like... So this is a 1/3 flyer. It can get in if you're doing anything with the... whatever. But I think I like the Scurryfoot a little bit better. Although, granted, Skystreak Engineer is just like... It flies, so it's evasive, right? This is hard. This is hard. I think I like the Scurryfoot just a little bit better. I think I like this just a little bit better because it's 2 bodies too. Like you would just pay 5 mana for a 2/2 and a 3/3, you know? So yeah, let's take the Scurryfoot for now. Guidelight Optimizer, Gibrick Omnivore. I think I like Gibrick Omnivore a little bit more than I like this. Or activate an ability. I guess this is also just like a nice 2 that helps you pay for your mana sinks. So yeah, let's take that instead. Radiant Lotus is just unplayable. Starting column, I would rather have land-based fixing than mana rocks in most occasions. So let's take the Optimizer. Transit Mage Wield. Interesting. If we can get an artifact with a mana value of 4 or 5, like a Hull Drifter, this actually plays really well with that. And that would be like a fantastic card advantage. So I think we could take that over the Thopterus. I do like Thopterus though, especially if we're going to try to go wide with Sita Varma. So I'm going to take the Transit Mage. Not seeing a Hull Drifter here. There's a Pit Automaton. There's a Wreck Remover. I don't like either of these cards. The Automaton is an exhaust payoff creature. It's just not good enough, though. I'm going to take it. We're going to put it in the maybe column. There's a Spectral Interference, there's a Stall Out, and there's a Raceway. I'll take the Spectral Interference. That's actually a really good counterspell. There's the Hull Drifter. Perfect. Plays really well with the Transit Mage and a Dismal Backwater. Oh my god. What a wild series of events towards the back end of that. Exchange control of target this and that. Okay, interesting. There's also a Trip Up, which cycles pretty well. We want to get some more removal and some more creatures, right? Because right now we have only 6 creatures. The draft is still fairly new. The Alacrian Jaguar, I don't think is it currently. Target artifact or creature you control and target artifact or creature an opponent controls. What could we possibly give them? And would that be better? That does cycle. Would that be better than just getting a Trip Up? There's also a Mulch Tender, which helps mill cards, so it helps play with the Mimeoplasm, and it's a mana dork. I think we take the Molt Tender here, actually. There's a Last Ride. I could see us playing that. There's also a Haunt the Network. There's also a Pothole Mole. Oh wow. Okay, so the Last Ride seems good until you realize that black is our splash color. Same thing for the Haunt the Network, although create 2 Thopters, then you drain your opponent for X. There's no card draw attached to this. So I think the better choice might be the Keen Buccaneer or possibly even the Pothole Mole. Right? And it's close, but I do think that the Pothole Mole... We're playing more towards exhaust, right? I do think the Pothole Mole... let's take the Keen Buccaneer for now. And I say that because we don't have many cards that get a thing back for us. This starts our engines. Can draw us card. I don't know how to feel about Aether Siphon. And maybe I like Transit Mage a little bit better. We're only grabbing Hull Drifter for now. Out of all these cards. There's also a Loxodon Surveyor. We're not going to play the Archfiend. Maybe we do just take the Transit Mage, right? If we get another like really big artifact, we could put that in the deck as well. I don't like the Marshal's Path Cruiser. Aether Siphon is just so weird. It's just draw a card, but it's 5 mana to draw that first card. It starts our engines, and then I don't think this is good enough. I'm gonna take the Transit Mage. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Transit Mage here. There's a Wrangler, not the best for us. There's a Skybox Fairy, which we can grab with Transit Mage, and then it's a 4 or a 5, right? We can grab that with the Transit Mage and then cycle it away if we don't want it. The Transit Mage could also just crew it. Same thing for Hull Drifter. 5 mana is not really where you want to be there, though. I think the best card for us is probably just Loxodon Surveyor. Funny as it is, I don't know how I feel about Bounce Off because it's card disadvantage. Sometimes you out-tempo your opponent, but yeah, I think we just take the Surveyor for now. Ketramos. There's also a Scurryfoot. You guys know how I feel about these Scurryfoots. Love them. Absolutely love them. They're so cute, and they're our friends. There's a Stock Up. It's a Flood the Engine. This is a removal spell. How are we doing on removal? I think we just have Run Over and Interference. Momentum Breaker is in our splash color. I don't think we want to take that. Enchanted Permanent loses all abilities. There's very few... Maybe we just take the Stock Up. No, I think we need the Flood right now. There's very few removal spells here for now. So let's just take that. Scoreboard's terrible. Camera Launcher has an exhaust ability, but I'm not thrilled by it. There's also a Guidelight Matrix, and there's a Back on Track, which is a Zombify effect that also makes a pilot. I'm going to take the Camera Launcher for now. I'm not a big fan of Bestow Greatness. One of these days is going to get me, and I'm going to feel real bad about it. It probably already has, and I've just put it out of my mind. This is a good pack for us, actually. Yeah. So the Spectral Interference is great. I wouldn't mind another Glitch Ghost, and part of me is thinking about taking the Velo Heart Bike. I think we need creatures, though, right? Now let's take the Velo Heart Bike, because it also fixes for us. Trip Up, we can take a Trip Up. It's nice removal. I'm not a big fan of cards like Silken Strength. But Trip Up, you can cycle it if you don't really want it in your hand, but you could also just like, this is 1-for-1 removal. You put it on top of their, or bottom of their library, and they have to choose as to whether or not they want to redraw it, right? Haunt the Network Wield. There's also a Bloodfell Caves. I will take the Haunt, actually, for now. We might not play that. Tranquil Cove, Skybox Fairy. Skybox Fairy is playable, especially with the double Transit Mage, but maybe I just take the Cove. Let's take the Cove. Let's speculate on the Cove. There's a Foul Roads. We're not playing it. There's a Bounce Off. We can play it, but I'm likely not playing it. And there's a Midnight Mangler, which is the every set gets a 3/3 defender card. Bounce off to there. Rise from the Wreck was actually a card that I was hoping to see, right? But this is the kind of card where you try to mill a bunch of things like Migrating Ketrodon, or you just cycle that, right? Deathless Pilot, etc. Oh, there's a Jungle Hollow here as well. You end up milling a bunch of cards, and then you use this to basically draw 3 or 4 cards at the end of the game. It gets back a mount, a vehicle, a creature, and a creature with no abilities. This means that we have to kind of build towards it. We have vehicles. We're going to need mounts, and we're going to need at least one creature that has no text. But I will take Rise from the Wreck here, especially because there's a minor mill theme in the deck. And sometimes you just, oh my god. Oh no. Oh, they're both so good. All right, so we haven't been seeing a lot of green, and I absolutely love Aganosaur Rex. You don't typically play it. You just get the Trample and Indestructible. There's also a Jungle Hollow. This pack is fantastic for us. We could also just like end up getting this back with a Rise from the Wreck after cycling it. Is it better than destroy target creature in our splash colors? Possibly. Yeah, this is a main color. I think that's a fantastic bomb. You typically don't just go, oh yeah, 5 mana, 8/8 trample. Granted, if your opponent's low on resources and they can't deal with it, they just lose to that, right? Out of all of these, we don't have very many 4s. We have a trip up. I think I could take the Beast Rider here. It's a fine mana sink, especially if we're going to be ramping with these 2 Velo Heart bikes. So I will take the Beast Rider Vanguard. Necro Regent's interesting, but we're not doing enough start your engines speed stuff. And Howler's Heavy is neat. But if you need to play it as a creature, it's just a 3/4, which doesn't feel great. And I think we could use some more 2s. So let's take the Vanguardian. There's a Ranger's Aether Hive. Whenever you activate an exhaust, create a flyer. Sure. Perfect. Actually, we will definitely take that. And I think we can actually, because of that, cut the other thing. There's the Gibrick Omnivore. Textless creature, 2-drop. Perfect. Goes great with the other thing. Voyage Home. If that was that flying creature, I would have taken that. There's a Nimble Thopterus for us here, though. And I will take that. Because it lets us go a little bit wider. Here's an Earth Rumbler, which we can grab with the Transit Mages. So I'm going to grab that here. Yeah. Grab the Earth Rumbler. Exile an artifact, a creature card from your graveyard, and becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. And it's a 7/6 Vigilance Trampler. Sometimes I have not been able to beat that. So we'll take that. Another Gibrick Omnivore, which goes great with, again, the Rise from the Wreck. And it's just a nice curve filler. Jungle Hollow. Perfect, actually. We don't need the Tranquil Cove. We have a lot of fixing for the Mimeoplasm, right? And the Haunt the Network, actually. I don't know if we play the Haunted Hellride. I don't think that it does enough, especially because we have the Aether Hive. So I think we could, like, side that out. We have a fair amount of creatures. We're waiting for our next pick, which will be, I think it's just another Jungle Hollow. I don't know if I want like more fixing or another Wind Drake. How's our curve look? We have a lot of 5s and 4s, but we're going to try to ramp into them. So yeah, let's take the Jungle Hollow for now. We just want to have the easiest curve, right? Starting column's not good. There's a Ripclaw Wrangler, which I kind of think is cute, but I don't think we're going to play it in this deck. There's a Bestow Greatness. Sure. Siphon Fuel. Sure. I don't think we play that. We might play that, actually, now that I think about it, because we're low on removal. All right, so we're looking at the deck right now. I've made the executive decision to take out the Pit Automaton and add the Siphon Fuel. Now, we do need a few things to make this work, right? We're going to need to look at our removal suite versus our non-creature suite, right? We have, I think, 16 creatures, according to this, right? One of the things that we have in here is also a Midnight Mangler, which becomes, this is essentially a defender, right? It's a 3/3. This is in every set. A 3/3 for 2 that has defender, but also has an activated ability or triggered ability that lets it attack. In this case, it's a vehicle that becomes a creature during your opponent's turns only. We have a Spectral Interference, we have a Run Over. So in terms of removal, we have this. I put in the Siphon Fuel, and there's a Trip Up, right? I don't know if I'm playing Bestow Greatness. At the moment, it seems like not the best idea, right? But let's see what else we have here. There's a Keen Buccaneer. That has exhaust. I think we have to keep it. There's 2 Transit Mages, which can help us grab our Hull Drifter and our Earth Rumblers, as well as our... Oh, we have no 4s for vehicles, do we? Huh. It's any artifact, right? It's an artifact, yeah. So typically you're going to be grabbing a vehicle. Maybe we play 1 less Transit Mage because of that. Because you don't want to have exactly as many targets as you have Transit Mages. So let's get rid of 1 of them, because otherwise it's just a below rate creature. Keen Buccaneer we need because the exhaustibility. This is just a 3-mana 3/3. Camera Launcher has an exhaustibility, which is why we're keeping that in here. Otherwise, I don't care about it. Nimble Thopterus is a nice card that makes a 1/1 and it's a 3/2. It helps us go a little bit wider with Sita Varma. This is the same reason why we're keeping the Stampeding Scurryfoots. The Molt Tender we're keeping for ramp. Same thing for Velo Heartbike, as well as the Guide Light Optimizer. Agonisaur typically gets cycled. We don't normally play this, although it is a nice win condition, both as a combat trick and a creature. And because that is a combat trick, actually, that reminds me, yeah, let me get rid of this Bestow Greatness. We have a combat trick. We have a reason to keep them on their toes. Rangers, Aether Hive. How many exhaust cards do we have is the next question. Exhaust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 exhaust cards. This is a 3/5 with Vigilance that only triggers a few times. Maybe we don't have enough exhaust things. Oh no. We kind of went deep here, right? We got the Haunt the Network, and we don't have that many artifacts. We're gonna have like a bunch of incidental artifacts because of, let's see, Thopterist, Haunt the Network makes one, the Earth Rumbler, the Hull Drifter, and the 2 Velo Heartbikes. Those are all like artifacts, right? We also have the Midnight Mangler, the Guide Light Optimizer. There's opportunity for us to like drain our opponent for like 3 or 4 with this, as well as add to our board. It still is hard to tell what to remove from this deck because of that. Let's go back to T-Cree. This is a creature, so I actually want to count that as a creature. That's a removal spell, actually. It counters a thing, so put that there. Maybe we do get rid of the Aether Hive. It does help us go wider, but it's kind of a win more. Oh, this is removal. And this is that. Okay, so maybe Haunt the Network is a card that we can cut here, because we don't really want to have to like need to play a swamp. I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources, so I'm actually going to get rid of one of those and put in another Island, right? Because we have a double blue. We have a double green, but we're not playing this as a double green, typically. And we have 2 green sources, or 2 Jungle Hollows, right? So that's technically 8 and 8. 8 blue sources, 8 green sources, and then 3 black sources, plus possibly another black source. Or this could cycle away, right? The only black spells that we're cast or playing in the deck are the Mimeoplasm and the Siphon Fuel, because we needed another removal spell. Again, we're back here to what do we cut? I think it is the Aether Hive. I think that's one of them. Yeah. It's unfortunate. I think we have enough ramp too that we can cut a land. Between the Molt Tender and the 2 Velo Heartbikes, I think we have enough ramp. So I think we can cut a land. So I'm going to go down 1 island, right? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 lands. I'm such a big stand for Rise from the Wreck. Flood the Engine's fine. Siphon Fuel's fine. Run Over's fine. Spectral Interference is fine. And Trip Up is fine. And this is a creature, so I should count that as a creature. That's why I put it to the side. It's a defensive creature, sure, but it is still a body. All right, so we didn't get a Venom Sac Lagak, unfortunately. I would have loved one of those in this deck, just because like getting that back with Rise from the Wreck among all the other things, it feels so good. But 42 cards, we have to cut 1 card. What's our worst card? I think I like these 2 big things at the top end. I like the Agonisaur, I like the Thopterus. Mimeoplasm is great. It might actually be the Mangler, which is the funny thing. But we need that as a creature, right? It might be the Mangler. Just because it's a... yeah, I think... maybe it's the Molt Tender? No, I think we need that ramp too. Never mind. I cut a land for that. Oh, God. This is rough. Rough and hard, and it hurts. Do we just YOLO 42 cards? If we... I cut a land, though. That's the problem. We have a few cards that cycle away. This draws us cards as well. I'm going to YOLO in 42. I don't care. We have a trip up as well. That could also get cycled away. Here's our first opponent. We YOLO'd. We have 42 cards in the deck. I don't care. We're going to do it. I like everything in the deck. It's just so hard to take things out when you like everything in the deck. This seems fine. I wish we had a 2 here, but beggars can't be choosers. We have a 3, a 3, a 3, and a 4. We can keep this. Jungle Hollow. If they play a 2, that's not optimal for us. Scrounging Stingray. Oh, looks like they're in the churning deck. Mimeoplasm was not a great draw there. Let's see. I think I will play the Keen Buccaneer. Oh, God. This dork. Alright, so... It does look like our opponent's stuck on lands, though. Stuck on lands. What do you do? If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. That's going to be huge. And I didn't play a blue source for whatever reason. I think my brain just is not a functioning thing. I think I flood the engine on that Vibidibidix. Yeah, I don't have a functional brain, apparently. But that needs to go. Sure. Sure. Alright. Gibrick Omnivore. So we flood the engine and then we play the Omnivore. Play that. Play this. Next. Next. End turn. That doesn't have its text anymore, so unless they have a way to bounce it, they don't get to draw a second card off the start your engines thing. Please attack with it. I will definitely block it. Pass, pass. Bonk. This is a 4-2 also. Something else I didn't realize. So if I don't need the mana from that, like say if I were to play the Nimble Thopterist, I think I just send this in. Right? We have no dead creatures yet. Draw, discard, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. I guess I could also Keen Buccaneer here. I could tap that for 2, which is neat. That also plays, it's also a really good blocker against my Gibrick Omnivore. Alright, so I think we play the Buccaneer. And then also play the Optimizer here. I could play the land. We don't necessarily need to play the land right now. If I send in the Gibrick Omnivore, I think they just block it with the Magnumkin Artillerist, so I don't think we even attack with that. Next. Next. I don't know if there's a reason to play the land right now when I could just pitch it to Keen Buccaneer. This Scrounging Stingray, though, has not done much of anything. This is when you discard, right? So they haven't really put a... Ooh. They can mill us. I don't know if that's going to be good for them. With our Mimeoplasm here. Sure. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. Resolve. Pinging us. Oh, they pitch. Trip up. Okay. Sure. I don't want either of those. Thank you. Pass. Sure. Pass. Pass. Bong. It's this. My turn. Okay, Dismal Backwater's a little late. Can gain us some life here. I think the correct thing to do is just crew this with the... What are we doing here? I guess we leave up. They have access to the 2 for the counter spell. I think we crew this, actually. Tap this down because it would die to the Magmakin Artillerist, regardless. And this is a free attack. Sure. Sure. 2 damage. I do think I play this. I think I want to get that creature out of their hand, actually. Gain some life here. That's 2 mana. Yeah, I do want to get that spell out of their hand. Plus, it gives us another thing to exile with the Mimeoplasm. Oh, okay. End turn. Drawing a card off of that. Sure. And mill me 2 cards. Which I don't fully mind, actually. Resolve. Oh, they are helping us so much. Actually, maybe I just... 1, 2, 3, 4. Sacrifice a creature if you do. Destroy target artifact and opponent controls. Yeah, sure. What are they going to take out? My bike? Is this an artifact? That's an octopus. Nothing. Oh, the Guidelight Optimizer is an artifact. Kill the Guidelight Optimizer. No? Alright. Darn. Okay. They're leaving up 2 mana, so we can't play the Mimeoplasm into this board state. Or at least it looks like they're leaving up 2 mana. Looks like they're leaving up 3 mana. Okay. That's counter artifact or creature spell. And it looks like... Okay. I'm going to send in the Thopterus the Buccaneer and the Omnivore. Sure, that bounces off of that. Okay. I don't mind killing that. That bounces off of that. And that's great for me. Okay. Next to damage. Sure. Drawing a card. Resolve. Okay. I'm seeing the power of the Aether Siphon, but I'm not fully convinced yet. Alright. They have access to the mana. I'm just going to play this. And if they let it resolve, they let it resolve. I draw 2. Alright. I'll take 2. A land was not great there. I'll play a land here, because then that allows me to activate Keen Buccaneer. I can't block this. Yeah, because they have the cycling thing. Resolve. Resolve. Sure. Resolve. Uh-huh. I didn't lose what's it called, did I? I did not. Resolve. Molt Tender is fine. Resolve. Spectral Interference, sure. They're trying to mill me out, I think, which means we're gonna need to, ooh, there's a Keen Buccaneer. There's a Buccaneer for ya. Yar. They're playing like they have the counter spell, though. Okay. If they don't play another land here, okay, they're still playing like they have the counter spell. And I think that that's their... I'm gonna activate this. Pitch this Island. And then go for my turn. Siphon Fuel. Okay. So if I hit them with... If I hit that with the Siphon Fuel... If I kill the Scrounging Skyray with the Siphon Fuel, I can attack with these 2 in the air. And I think that's the best thing we can do right now. So whoop. They can't save it. There's no way to counter this. We gain the 2. Gonna activate this. Oh, we can't crew that. Cancel. I guess I could crew that if I play this little guy. If I play that and then I crew it with Optimizer and... Because we need to start getting in over these flyers next. Or over these ground creatures. Bong bong. End turn. Next turn I can... Sure. And draw an extra card here. Resolve. 2 lands. I'm fine with that. Sure. And I think next turn... Sure. We attempt to play the Mimeoplasm. Hopefully they tap out here. Alright, resolve all. Ooh, there goes our Agonisaur. We have 6 cards left in the deck. Okay. We're like super dead, aren't we, to mill? I'm surprised that we haven't seen the one card that I was like looking for, the Rise from the Wreck. So that's kind of funny. Maybe we needed to play the Mimeoplasm like a turn earlier. Oh yeah, because if they bounce our Hull Drifter, I can't cast it again. Sure. Okay. They're tapped out. They can mill me for 2, and then I'm just dead? That feels so bad. I want to show it to them anyway. I'm going to cast this for like 3. 1, 2, 3. Auto pay. Scurryfoot. Omnivore. Vanguard. Good game. Concede. Wow! This thing just milled me out. This stupid Aether Siphon. Actually. And we passed one of those up with me going, nah, I don't think that's good. I don't think it's... I thought it was too slow. I still think it's a little too slow. I guess it was because our opening board states were rather anemic and not very fast at all. So if we're both trying to play more control-y games, us with Sultai and them with Izzet, being able to mill your opponent for 2 cards every turn can really, really trip them up, as it were. Here's our next opponent. We're 0-1 with Sultai Mimeoplasm. What do we got going on here? We got a Scurryfoot. We got a Runover. We're going first. I can keep this and hope to draw a blue source. I'm going to actually play the Scurryfoot first. Is this for artifacts as well? Okay, so yeah, we'll play the Scurryfoot first. Because if our opponent can't get in, can't play a 1-drop, we could just smack him with the Scurryfoot. Yep, okay. Next turn, we might have to cycle the trip up if we can't get a blue source. Yep. Oh, there's the Lynx. Okay. Runover is not good here. Cycle that. Really need a blue source. Thank you, game. No attacks here. They get to free attack us. Get a land. This is suboptimal. But it is what it is, what it is. And then next turn we just play a Nimble Thopterist. Lotus Guard oh, so it's double indestructible. Wait. Oh, you don't have to have less, okay. No attacks. Oh, they didn't saddle. They're noticing it too. They're like, dang. They're like, darn it. Maybe the correct thing to do here is actually to just not play a creature and leave up the activation of the Scurryfoot. We're holding our Transit Mage, which means that... Yeah, let's not do that right now. No attacks, end turn. We're holding our Hull Drifter, which means that our Transit Mage, if we don't play it earlier, we might just draw our other 5-drop. Fang Druid Summoner. Sure. Resolve. So if we draw a land, I think we Transit Mage and Optimizer. We might want to just Transit Mage and run over... No, I don't think it's worth running over this Lotus Guard Disciple. They have no targets for that? Please attack. They got no value off of that. I don't understand that. Okay, we didn't hit a land. We did not hit a land. I'm going to Transit Mage here. That thing, this fat boy right here has got the reach. That's not great. And a Transit Mage here. We're gonna go get the other vehicle we have. Yes, I'll take that action. We'll get the Earth Rumbler. Earth Rumbler. Earth Rumbler. We also have the Rise from the Wreck in our hand, so we can do some pretty bad attack, bad blocks here. Like put the Scurryfoot and this thing in front of that. Ooh. I guess they're gonna get that back? Alright. Sure. Sure does hurt, sir. Okay, so that's a Velo Heart Bike, which we're going to play. And then it'll allow us to also... We could leave up the mana for the run over? I think what we can do here is play the bike. Actually, you know what? I think we attack with these two. Leave this behind. Because I want to get their Fang Druid Summoner off the board. So we'll try to push in some damage. Sure. Okay. 2 damage. No reason to do that right now. I'm going to Velo Heart Bike. I figured they have it. There is a 1 mana target creature gets +2/+2 spell until end of turn in this format with cycling 2. And either they have that or the Carrion Cruiser is preventing them from doing the thing. Okay, so do I play the Optimizer here? I could play it and then definitely have mana to cast the Earth Rumbler next turn. Yeah, let's play that. Boom, bom, dum, bum, dum. I kind of wish we got one of those 6/6 creatures that gained us some life, but it is what it is. They definitely get to hit us with this, and we threaten to block the Fang Druid Summoner. Or double block it. Which might feel bad, but I don't think it is here. Especially because we could just Earth Rumbler. There's a Glory Heath Lynx, sure. And a Pit Automaton. Are they playing exhaust stuff? If they attack with that, I am going to block that with the Transit Mage. And I think that it's a strange maneuver. Okay. Sure. Trying to get some damage in. That makes sense. I'll block that with that. As much as I'd like the Stampeding Scurryfoot in my graveyard. Now we can't really attack anymore because this Pit Automaton and this Fang Druid Summoner exist. So we're gonna leave these back, pass the damage. Dong dong. My turn. Land was great. Okay, so we're gonna play this. It allows us to leave up what's it called? Run over if they do anything tricky here. So no attacks right now. End turn. See, amount of vehicle. I think next turn we just play the Hull Drifter and try to block the Lotus Guard Disciple. Leonin Surveyor. Okay, so that's going to start their engines. Sure. Pass. Okay. Pass. Pass. Hits us for 2. Goes to speed 2. I think next turn we just Earth Rumbler attack with it. Right? Yeah. I don't think we need to play that right now. I think I will exile an artifact or creature. Oh, it's artifact or creature. Okay. And it's crew 3? I guess if I Nimble Thopterist. No. Because I was planning on playing the Hull Drifter here. Let's crew 3 with this guy. Because it is just very good at what it does. Next 2 attackers. Send this in. It's a 7/6 with Trample and Vigilance. Sure. Yeah, seems about right. You still take damage because Vigilance. Oh, we could play this for that. I think I do play the island then. And I will play the Hull Drifter. Draw 2. I would like that 2 mana. Oh, I should have tapped the Guidelight Optimizer. Okay. I could punch this. They might have the Indestructible trick. Let's end our turn here. The Indestructible and +1/+1 counter trick. They might have that. So we can block that with the Hull Drifter and then get it back with Rise from the Wreck. And if they try to do anything too tricky, we just get to run that thing over with... Run over, as it were. They might also have a Rise from the Wreck. Veteran Beast Rider. Okay. Seems like... Is that what they're No. It looks like they're green-white splashing black for Carrion Cruiser? I don't know. I don't know anymore, folks. Okay, so pass to attackers. Sure. We're gonna block that with this. Block like that. Pass the damage. Gong. Okay. And pass to the end step. Okay. They get to untap that. Whatever. Pass. My turn. Okay, so we could probably just cycle that. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna start my engines. I'm gonna attack with the Earth Rumbler. See what that causes. And then we're gonna play the Nimble Thopterist after combat. Crew 3. Next. Attack with the Earth Rumbler. Because we need to get some damage in. And if they do anything, we can run over whatever. Oh, okay. Gong. Yeah. I don't think we actually need to be... What's it called? I don't think we need to actually be hitting maximum speed. It just allows us to get another use out of Loxodon Surveyor after it passes. So, what's the plan here? Do I just run over this thing? I think that they have that trick. That's why I don't want to try it out right now. Or that's why I don't want to do it right now. I think we just end our turn here. I don't really need to play Night Market, do I? I guess if I play Night Market, it gives us a better use of the turn where we Hull Drifter. So yeah, end turn here. I do want them to kill my Stampeding Scurryfoot, though. Somehow. A Lacrian Jaguar. That seems like a good target for Earth Rumbler. Earth Rumbler. Mm-hmm. Or not Earth Rumbler, sorry, Run Over. Resolve. I'm actually going to cycle the Night Market. Ooh, there's a Sita Varma. My turn. Okay, so land. You can play Rise from the Wreck and get those two, but I think that the correct thing to do is actually to just activate Surveyor, attack with the Rumbler. I'm sorry, attack with the Rumbler, crewing with Surveyor. Sure. Okay. That's the blowout. Target a creature I control. Creature an opponent controls. Kill the Jaguar. Next. 4 to that. 3 to you. Or, yeah. Go up a little bit of speed. And then... I think we still... What are the odds that my opponent has a board wipe in the deck? We do have Rise from the Wreck, which can dig us out of that. What are the odds? I'm going to play the Thopterist and the Sita Varma. I don't think a board wipe would be good here anyway, because we get to keep our Earth Rumbler and our Velohard Bike. And the Earth Rumbler can... It survives a board wipe. Pass. This has reach, so we have to be careful of that. This has activate for X. 1, 2. That's 1, 2 more. And this costs 3 plus, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can make everything an 8/8. I think my opponent's just dead here. I think we don't even bother to... Yeah, my turn. Oh, Siphon Fuel is also really good. Crew... Actually, no, cancel. Exile an artifact or creature card. I don't want the Transit Mage again. And we can activate Sita Varma's power at instant speed, right? So I think we just swing out here. There's no way that they come back from this board state attacking them as a bunch of 6/6s. Or 8/8s? It might be 8/8s. Next. Here's the swing out. opponent's big think here. All attack. Next. We have access to 8 mana. So we can give this 5 tokens. Good game. There we go. Got him. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-1 with Sultai Mimeoplasm. That's right. We're playing the big goo bandit, who is big and gooey. Our opponent's taking a mulligan. They're going down a card. We need to hit lands for this to work. Let's mulligan. This is better. We can keep this. We could put the Hull Drifter to the bottom because we have the Transit Mage. So I think that this is fine. We even have a turn 1, a turn 2, and a turn 3. Goodbye, Hull Drifter. Hey, Summer. Oh, speaking of really good starts, actually. Stampeding Scurryfoot. Play a 2. Turn 3, we could play the bike into the Molt Tender. Sure. Oh, that's a 2/3. Yep. Just eat that. Sure. Play this. Play the bike. Tap the bike to get a Molt Tender. Next. No attack. End turn. Turn 4, Earth Rumbler might be okay, but I don't think it's enough to, like, save us here. No, Air Response Unit. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be very good. Sure. That has to attack, so we block it with the Beast Rider Vanguard. Oh, perfect. My turn. Sure. I don't know if it's more correct to activate this. Right? I don't. I honestly don't. Or just to play the Earth Rumbler. I think it might be more correct to just play the Earth Rumbler. And then, like, dare them to deal with it. Next. Next. And no attacks right now. End turn. Because it's so big and beefy. Like, sure, they get to hit us for, like, 3 here. This Howl Squad heavy is going to be an issue, I want to say. Add red for each goblin you control. God, I wonder what they could have for that. Summer, no. Pass. I don't have anything with reach either. Pass. Pass. Bong. Sure. And it's my turn. Okay. 1, 2. The best use of my mana is to play the Thopterist. Then tap the Thopterist to crew the vehicle. They might have the Shatter effect here. If they do, that would suck. Right, and exile target creature or vehicle. Ooh, okay. That feels pretty bad here. That was exactly what they needed then too. Because the problem with that is that it prevents me from... Ooh. They're going to make that a 5/5. Or not, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. Do I just let them hit me with those two? Sure. It's a lot of flying creatures. Uh-huh. They're tokens. You should be attacking with them. They're nothing. They're not cards. I don't know what... Okay, sure. No blocks. I'm surprised they didn't just put the 2 tokens onto the air response unit. I think that that was a mistake. Or maybe they just don't know how the card works. My turn. Okay, so play another one of these. And next. No attacks, end turn. Maybe I should have blocked with the... Oh, you know, I probably... It might have been smart or correct to have attacked with the Nimble Thopterist saddles or... Oh my god. This is a lot. I think this has gotten beyond us, unfortunately. Opponent has dumped their hand. Sure. That becomes a 4-3 in the air. They could have had a much faster clock. They're doing the timing thing so that they can crew that with the creature that must attack. Sure. And they also have like a much wider board. I wonder if there's a Trumpet Blast in this set. Pass. No blocks right now. Yep. They have speed 4, so they could activate that for... I don't think there's a fireball in this set either, but... And my turn? Ooh, Siphon feels good here. I guess we could kill the 3-3 in the air to get a little bit... To get a little less damage. Okay. I can send the 3-2 though, so that's what we're gonna do. I just need to thin out their board, and if they trade a token for that, then that's all the better. Simply because we need their stuff to go away, and I think if they were going to plan to swing out next turn, trading the token was the wrong idea. So that's not their plan. 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 Okay. That draws them a card. I don't know why it tapped like that, by the way. That's so weird. All right. Their speed is on. They can start discarding to the Avishkar Raceway. Target mount you control. Oh, okay. I see what can happen here. I have to destroy one of these flyers, and it's probably just the air response unit. Sure. Especially if they crew the... Yeah. That's great for me, because I'm gonna siphon that. Sure. Okay. Pass to attackers. Kill the air response unit, which that was... I'm surprised that they did it that way. Pass. No blocks. I should be milling with the Molt Tender, shouldn't I? Mill a card. I should have been doing this. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so Midnight Monglair. And the other thing don't really help here. I'm gonna send in the Beast anyway. Again, I don't think you... I think you just take this, opponent. That is not the correct line, but sure. And And then I leave up activation for Scurryfoot. Because it also leads them to believe that we have interaction when we do not. Oh no. That's really bad for us. The Scry 2 is like not obnoxious. It's just bad for us. Number of mounts and or vehicles. I think this is very far away from us. I think that the only way to get through this is somehow to kill this flyer, right? Kill it, not bounce it, because bouncing it will just like get it played again. My Mole Drifter is on the bottom, or Hull Drifter's on the bottom, unfortunately, so we can't trade that for it. Resolve. Opponent just wants to go really, really wide with these things. Okay. Pass. Path. It has Trample, so unfortunately, path. Activate this. I could be activating Beast Rider Vanguard too. And maybe that might have been more correct. Let's mill. Perfect. My turn. Sita Varma. Can you win us this game here? It might be possible. Next. Because this puts 1, 2, 3 tokens. I think we want to thin out their side of the board. So I'm going to attack with 2 of these right now. I think I want to thin out their side of the board. So if I can convince them to... Okay, if I convince them to take some damage, that's also fine. Midnight Mangler. Auto pay. We'll get rid of the Island. End turn. Because that's another 3 power, 3 toughness creature. Let's see. It crews for 2 as well. But we need to next turn activate Sita Varma. None of our creatures have Trample, unfortunately. Come here, you. Come here, you. What do you want? Basri. Okay. They don't get any use out of Basri right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 creatures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 creatures. I think next turn we just swing out and see what they do. Because that's got to tap itself. Sure. Oh, okay. Pass. No blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is going to turn back. Okay. I think we attack with everything. Except for the Dismal Backwater. And if they don't block, they don't block. And if they do block, we activate Sita Varma. They have to block here. This is the YOLO, we're gonna win here unless you do something. We could activate Sita for 2 and make all of our creatures like 4/4s. Sure. Yeah. Take action. But we're dead. We killed their whole board, but we're dead. Oh wait, we're not dead. We have a 3/3. Hey. Oh, we're not dead. Oh, you should have pitched that to a Vishkar Raceway. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure. Okay, so pass. Oh, we are still dead. We are still dead. All right. Pass the damage. Bong, 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 bong. Mm-hmm. Good game. Ah, yeah. Maybe I should have left the flyer back even. Yeah, it was one of those like YOLO. You deal with the math here. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-2 going into round 4. Let's see, what do we got going on here? We got the Sita Varma early. I don't think we play it early, though. I think we play the Gibrick Omnivore first. Okay. Yeah, especially if they have that. If they just happen to have that, right? Yeah, they're looking to counter whatever we play, so let's just play the Midnight Monglair. Or maybe they... Okay, so it's blue-red. Oh, so it might just be the cycling deck. Alright. Do I play the Transit Mage or do I play the Gibrick Omnivore? I want to bait out their counter magic. I feel like they have counter spell. So we just hit him here. I was gonna play the Transit Mage though, but then I realized like they totally counter the Transit Mage, right? Sacrifice this artifact, it deals 3 damage to target creature. Okay, sure. Okay. Crew 2. Let's play this guy. Pressure the life total still. Stall out. Okay. I think they kept a bad... Yeah, wow. Okay. About to say, I think they kept a bad hand. Here's our next opponent. We're 2-2 going into round 5. Our last opponent, I think, kept the worst hand and kept not drawing what they needed to. This looks like a great start, actually. Turn 1, turn 2. There you go. Turn 2, there's an Omnivore in their future. Gastel Thrillseeker. Okay. That's pretty bad for me, but we can just block that with the Omnivore. No attacks. I kind of want a 3-drop here. Like, if I could draw a 3-drop, that'd be great. We can't play the Mimeoplasm right now. Ooh. Sure, no blocks. Okay, we'll play that. Play this. A spin out. Oh god, they have another Gastel Thrillseeker. Bonk. Sure. Oh, now they have haste. Alright, so no blocks here. We're just taking those, unfortunately. Engine Rat. The rat of the engine. Okay. So obviously, the plan here is to activate a Stampeding Scurryfoot. No attacks end turn. Sure. And I think we're playing the attrition game. Sure. Good old instant speed activation. Block one of these. Block one of these. Keep the other one? If they have another removal spell. It sucks, sure. Okay, maximum overdrive. Alright. That do be sucking. Okay, so play this. I can play the Earth Rumbler. The problem is... it's a lot of bodies. Okay, so... I think we need to play this just to get 2 bodies out. No attacks. This blocks this blocks this. And we take 2. We just leave this up to... Yeah. Summer, not right now. Deathless Pilot. Okay. This is not a good turn for this. Neither is it a good turn for the Mimeoplasm. I think we just activate this. And no attacks here. What do you want? Come here. What do you want? What do you want, big girl? She thinks she's so cute. Sure. I think we double block this, unfortunately. Because this pump ability is like pretty gnarly for us. It's Gnarls Barkley. So we're down to 3? Could be down to 2. Yep. Sure. Okay, so Sita Varma. I think if we're gonna make it through this... Oh, I can't play both. I thought we could play Sita Varma and the, take action. Get our Hull Drifter. But yeah, we have to make some pretty bad blocks. Good game. Jeez. Lightning Strike. Damn. All right. Sometimes that'll happen. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. All right, so let's look at the deck real quick. I do feel like we got very married to our first pick. That said, like, we had a bunch of really good picks early on. Did we even see the Agonisaur? I think we saw it in the first one. We had some very good picks early on with the Mimeoplasm and the Sita Varma. The Mimeoplasm, when we resolved it, though, it didn't really do much. Additionally, as much as I like the idea of reusing all the exhaust powers after exiling a bunch of exhaust creatures to it to then, like, you know, get all these magical Christmas Land Value Town things going. The problem with that is that, like, it's just, when it enters the battlefield, it is just a big, fat creature. That's it. That's it. It can't exile vehicles, so there's that. It can't exile vehicles. So, yeah, unfortunate, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I think we had too many 3s and not enough 2s, and then, like, the 4s were kind of lacking in lieu of, like, some really good 5s, right? Like, Siphon Fuel was very good. Hull Drifter, I like this a lot more now. I do like this a lot more. I thought it was going to be bad because it's not Mold Drifter, right? You can't evoke it. You have to crew it, but it still does a pretty good job here, especially with the card Transit Mage. Maybe I should have played the other Transit Mage. Oh well. And I think our other issue was, since I cut a land, and the whole balance was just off, we were getting screwed by math. I don't know what I would take out of here, though. Maybe it's the Molt Tender. Needing to exile a card from our graveyard to add any mana kind of sucks. Yeah, I think it's the Molt Tender, actually. I think I would take that out over anything. We didn't get enough data, obviously, because we only went 2 and 3, rather. But it is what it is. And if you enjoyed that, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tell your friends, come over to twitch.tv/dickrecord, come to youtube.com/@recordplayer1 or youtube.com/@dickrecord. And subscribe to those as well, please. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, folks.